1 week of no social media, no music, no TV, no drugs, no sex. I am abstaining from everything, pretty much everything that gives you dopamine. So I'm really excited to do this challenge. I want to document the journey a little bit along the way and kind of give you some insight as well as to why I'm doing this. So I don't even drink alcohol right now anyways, but I'm gonna remove caffeine, I'm gonna remove nicotine, and this would also mean no video games, no pornography, which I don't do anyways, but just to throw that out there if anyone else is looking to do something like this. Recently, I've just felt super overwhelmed with the amount of times that I'm opening social media apps, with my brain just feeling overall rewired, in the sense that I'm just constantly looking for dopamine hits. I'm constantly looking to fill the void or fill free time or 20 minutes here and there with TV, YouTube videos, whatever. And it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel healthy. And I think one problem that I have as someone who runs an online business, an online coaching program, is I'm constantly on social media. And I think that I need to be on it for organic marketing, for posting videos and advertising and things like that. And I think one of the big issues with that is that the more that I'm on it, the better the algorithm learns what I like, what I click on, etc. And I think we've all been there, and we've all felt how good the algorithm is at feeding us videos and images and information that they know that we're going to click on. And that just means that we are constantly on the app. We're staying on these platforms for a lot longer than we should be. And that leads to procrastination, and that leads to your attention span just getting really short. That's something I realized recently. It's been really a lot harder for me to focus and sit down and work for 30 minutes straight, 60 minutes straight, 90 minutes straight, because I'm not getting tons of dopamine and I'm not getting these cheap hits of visual and audio stimulation from content or these other things. So I'm getting bored, more easily with what I'm doing, and that's just not good. So essentially all I'm gonna be doing for the next 7 days is working, reading, working out. I'll journal, probably do some voice messages, and really just kind of like hang out, reflect. I'll probably spend some of this time as well to like do some pretty deep like meditation sessions and things like that, because not only is the purpose of this to like detox the brain and hopefully reset some of these like dopamine triggers and things that are going on in the brain, but also just have some deep self-reflection, a lot of solo time and things like that. So I'm excited to see where this takes me. Okay, so it is the first full day of the dopamine detox. So it's technically day 2. It is Saturday. I started yesterday on Friday, and I want to give an update of what I've been up to and what I have done. And I also went ahead and turned my phone into grayscale. So I turned it into black and white instead of color. And so I'm just making my phone as boring as possible so that I'm really only answering messages, making calls if I have to, and then I'm like tracking my food and still doing stuff like that on my MyFitnessPal. So I'm here in my office. This is a little bit of a different setup. I wanted to be a little bit more just raw. I'm literally filming on my iPhone right now. I don't have any lighting or anything set up. There's no script. There's nothing. This is just me. And today, Saturday, I woke up here in Austin, Texas, and I went to a walking club, which is actually a really interesting, really cool concept where all of these people that don't know each other, they get together, they meet at a coffee shop, and then we do a round of introductions, say our name, what we're grateful for, and then one topic that we would be interested in discussing on the walk. And then we go on a 5-mile walk together, and the whole point is that you talk to different people and you just have engaging, curious conversations, and you get a ton of steps in. I had 10,000 steps in before 11 a.m. this morning, which was phenomenal. And I also had some badass, awesome conversations with complete strangers who are also genuinely curious and interesting, which I thought was super cool. And one question that I've been wrestling with, which a guy asked me earlier this morning on the walk, is this. Let me bring it to you.
So I have the question written down on this whiteboard, and I'm going to show you in just a second, but quick context on the conversation that led to this question was that I was essentially saying that I wanted to go all in on my content and my YouTube channel. That was the ultimate goal. But I felt like I needed to make more money or build my business higher first. And he said, well, have you ever thought about just moving somewhere that's a lot cheaper, lowering your expenses so that you can be able to do that? And I said, well, yeah, but I would rather rise to the occasion and just make more money so that I can live wherever I want and still do the content. And he asked me this question and he said, are you really rising to the occasion if you're sacrificing what you want most in life? And I think that is a super powerful question that I've been wrestling with, honestly, this entire day so far, but that's one thing that I wanted to share. So I'm going to continue to wrestle with that. And then what I did after that is I went and I met some people down at the park for some sand volleyballs. It's been super wholesome and awesome so far. I haven't had any desire to, grab a coffee or, watch a movie or do any social media or anything like that. Like, it's been amazing. It's been easy so far, but it's only day 2. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on how the rest of the week goes.
I'm definitely catching myself several times habitually opening my phone, going to where my Instagram app used to be and trying to find it until soon after realizing, oh, that's right, I'm on a dopamine detox and Instagram is deleted. But I'm thankful. I'm like, oh, amazing, cool. Not getting sucked into the vortex right now. But it's just funny how many times you end up doing that and you just don't really realize it until you remove your ability to get into those apps. Another thing is I'm cleaning my apartment right now and I just have such a deep urge to turn music on. Like, I'm just kind of like stuck in a way with my own thoughts, and that's not a bad thing. But as I'm going to clean my apartment and like mop the floors and sweep and all this stuff, I'm literally just like, I feel this almost like a little bit of like an angst or an uneasiness of just like, oh, like put some music on, that would be chill. Or, throw something on in the background. But instead it's just like, no Cooper, no music, no background noise, no podcast, no YouTube video, just you and your thoughts. Day 5 of the dopamine detox. And man, one of the things that is just absolutely fucking amazing and life-changing about this experience is that I'm just forced to reflect. I am forced to go inward and to think about things that maybe I don't really want to think about, or that I've been pushing off, or that I know I've needed to sit down and think about, but life gets in the way, business gets in the way, notifications distract you, dopamine distracts you, and so you end up just not having the internal conversations. You end up not reflecting on the things that you know you need to reflect on the most, and that's not good. And the amazing thing about what I'm realizing, and this is just my absolute truth, is I'm just going on walks every day, and I'm sitting in my apartment and I'm just recording voice messages to myself. I'm just like making these amazing notes to self because I'm just having crazy realizations of what I should do in life, what I should do in business, how I should make money, what I should be prioritizing, what really makes me happy. Like, all of these things I feel like most people just never really think about, or they just don't think about them nearly enough or with as much frequency as they should. And that's really sad because there's so many realizations. And I even feel bad for myself, like my previous self. Like, I feel bad for you because you probably could have come to a lot more realizations. You probably could have leveled up in life. You probably could have changed so many things for the better so much sooner had you taken more time and been more intentional about reflecting and really having some difficult conversations with yourself. Now, before I end this one clip here, I do want to give you my ultimate truth and my hack when it comes to journaling and reflecting. I have found that I'm actually much more of an auditory learner than I am just by reading and writing. So some people love to journal and reflect in a notebook. Nothing wrong with that. If you like that, or if you like typing on a Google document, awesome. For me, what I have found is actually way better is for me to maybe write a question down or have a question in my head and then literally like have headphones in or just hold my phone up to my mouth and record a voice message of me just going on a rant. Something about speaking out loud and being on somewhat of a fixed time constraint where like I can see the timer is going. Like I can't just sit there and be like, well, and like pause for 8 seconds. It's like, no, dude, like you're recording. So say some shit. Structure your thoughts in a way that you can actually understand them and spit them out. And doing that and then having that audio recording for me to go back the next day, later that day, a week from now, a month from now, a decade from now is fucking amazing. And I love it. And it has been absolutely life-changing for me. It is day 6 and I am walking through this beautiful cemetery in the morning on a morning walk. And I just wanted to check in about how I'm feeling on this dopamine detox, which is almost over. I am technically going to stop tomorrow. And man, I just feel like bliss. Mentally, I just feel bliss. Like I just feel so content, so happy. Like nothing is robbing me of my happiness. Nothing is robbing me of my reward center. Nothing is giving me a false sense of what should feel good. I'm just genuinely enjoying getting to know myself better than I have. Reflecting. I was on this walk, and before I got into the cemetery, I was just recording voice messages. I was just talking to myself, honestly, about my current dating life and just like what's going on there, what I'm looking for, what I'm attracted to, and kind of what to do if I'm not feeling it with a girl, how to kind of go about that. Those are just like important thoughts to have, super important things to reflect on. And I love how in the morning there's like no social media, there's no notifications, there's nothing rewiring my pleasure center or what's supposed to make me happy. But as I go on a morning walk, and I'm not sure if you can see, but the sun is rising over there. So it's beautiful. I'm getting the sunlight in my eyes, and I'm just thoroughly enjoying being present in the moment with myself, reflecting. And like, that's pretty fucking cool, because a lot of times for a lot of people, it can take a lot to feel happy. It can take a lot to feel that reward or sense of accomplishment or contentness in life. You know, you need to, they closed the gate over here, so I got to turn around. But to feel that is really awesome without having to do a drug, sip a morning cup of coffee, take a hit of nicotine, scroll on Instagram, watch a movie, listen to some music, you know, because those things are all external. Ultimately, I want my contentness, my satisfaction, my happiness in the world to come from the internal, right? I don't need anything externally. I don't need anything to bring me that. I just feel good myself. I'm happy with what I'm doing. So that's my take on day 6.